with the Kale Mundo thing. He was really thinking between the two. Maybe they were really thinking between the two now as well, but I don't know. Well, it could still be a top lane Katarina, right?
No,
I'm reaching.
No, you're reaching. Actually, there was a top lane Katarina recently.
That's
Voyboy.
something I like.
Ooh.
That's something I really like.
The Evelyn.
Evelyn versus Katarina?
Just Evelyn.
Just Evelyn.
Yes, it's just an amazing champion. She can be ganking everywhere and you don't see her. It's just something for the
And there it is, locked in.
It's amazing, Evelyn. I love to see Evelyn playing.
And Cho'Gath again picked.
Yeah.
That's every game of the tournament so far. 100% picked.
Ezreal may have a 100% pick ban rate.
We have to ask Ezreal as well?
Pick ban rate. I think he was
Ezreal probably, yeah.
We have to ask Fnatic against Mouseport if they pick Cho'Gath as well, because then we'll have 100% chances.
It's not going to be a Kha'Zix tabs. Don't taunt me like that.
It would be fun though. I can. Well. So what happens if both Kha'Zix and Katarina jump in? Like who are you going to?
When it worked for it's what Fnatic ran at IPL 5.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the double jump, double reset.
Yeah, it is.
It is really.
It's not
strong.
about kills. It's just about like assists to be the champion. So it's fine.
We have 12 seconds left on the potential. There it is.
Yes.
Nice. And it is going to be, once again, a teleport Katarina.
This is good and bad because everyone's going to start banning it when I play now. People are going to see it more and more. It's not going to be at my ban, but yeah. They're not going to ban it against me, but...
Actually, I thought Soath was playing... what is it?
He plays himself.
Because he saw you playing Kha'Zix, right?
Oh, of course, it's because he saw me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, it's I've definitely been learning from Reaper, but
they're gonna lock in a Karthus when Tubbs no longer has the chance to go Fizz. Oh, that must burn. Oh, that must burn. So come on, Fizz and top lane Katarina and jungle Kha'Zix. Do it.
He can do jungle Kha'Zix. Jungle Kha'Zix works.
But
I played against. I'm so fresh playing Kha'Zix already, but I don't think Angus
can play Katarina. No. But I know that Tubbs is yelling at him right now to do it.
Still, it could be hard to stop.
I mean, what at this stage, do you adjust suddenly your style when you're going through the picks and bans? Do you suddenly go, whoa, quick, we can counter with this, or do you just have to stick with it?
Doesn't sound good.
You can counter, of course you can counter, but still, I mean,
you know, as in full-on last-minute change to your whole team comp in the last pick.
There you go. I like that.
Jungle Kayle.
I like that pick. I really like that pick.
Wow.
It's not the combo I said the Fizz Kayle, but it's gonna be Katarina Kayle. It's pretty much the same, let's say.
So where's Evelyn going? Evelyn top lane? It's gonna be Reaper, yeah. Reaper on Evelyn top lane.
I think Reaper, Reaper were playing Evelyn.
Evelyn versus Kha'Zix. This is an interesting one.
I mean, if you're playing Kha'Zix all day long, you know how to counter Kha'Zix. So he may know how to counter Kha'Zix, right?
Yeah.
It's not like something he gets surprised or counter pick. No, he's trying to counter pick Kha'Zix with that. I think it was first the pick of Kha'Zix and then Evelyn or not?
No, Evelyn was first.
Evelyn was first.
Yeah. But I guess they thought it was mid, and then they've just gone, well, no, actually that works. I can play him top.
Yep, they're interested.
So, what do we think of the two teams? I mean, these are pretty wild teams. If you guys are watching at home, get your friends to tune in, because this could be a wild one.
Okay, now I do my full bet on Millenium.
And I'm going to go full bet on SK Telecom. I want to see that Karthus, Evelyn just...
I want to see that Kayle.
That is true as well, the jungle Kayle. Talk to us about that really quickly. You start E and then you take Q at level 2 and you try level 2 gank. Is that how it works?
If you can do many paths in the jungle right now. I mean, on Season 3, I've been playing against... I'm so fresh and you can do like whatever you want in jungle, right? With the machete. But I seen at Kayle just doing like red buff and immediately after red buff, he went top gang with Ghost.
So you would have QE, right?
It's a guy in Europe that only plays Kayle. AD support, AP top, and jungle Kayle. And he does that, and he always gets the first blood level 2.
Well, let's see if that's what happens. Joe and Jason, take it away, guys. This could be a good one.
The game to decide it all here. Second place up for grabs in Group A between SK Telecom and Millenium. And what are SK Telecom going to go for you? They've all gone down that bottom lane and they are going straight into this bush. What? In the side. Wow, that was a great start to things as Krypton actually coming down here. Will he put a Q through there? Evelyn just staying out of range, so not going to get spotted. And SK Telecom still waiting it out. Reaper Going to be scouting that bit out. Obviously, perfect position for an Evelyn to be in. Can't get too close to bushes, though. That's a problem, because you never quite know, if you've not got vision, who's going to be in there. As Zyra and the rest of the team getting up now in towards this tri-bush. Do they know? Do they know it? I don't think they do. Millenium here may end up coming through. Reaper is, again, just scouting out just to see what information he can pull from this one. And they wait still in this tri-bush for an opportunity to arise. The question is, does that bottom lane come through the tri-bush or not by the end of it? They've got no idea here, Millenium, where SK Telecom are actually hiding, as Creaton just walks down into the river, just showing you that they really don't have a clue where they are. SKT now moving up towards this blue buff, and that bush was already scouted. That bush was already scouted, so they're not going to realize that they're all in here. They're all going to come inside. This is going to be massive. Heidar goes low. The root catches too. First blood coming down for Cho'Gath. Flash is coming down. There's the ignite, and a second kill picked up there for Misfortune. It couldn't really have gone much worse for Millenium at the start of this one. A great invade, very sneaky stuff, using that Evelyn as a scout, Jason. Brilliant start for SK Telecom.
Yeah, they really show you the mastery of having Reaper on Evelyn. During the qualifiers for this, he actually put him in the top lane. We had Mightily on Rise in the mid lane. But it shows, like, I mean, I've talked to plenty of teams that play Twisted Fate middle. You have to get used to playing with that champion in the mid lane. You can't just, play it and expect to do well. Your team has to know how to go with it. And clearly, just right there, they did. And this should be a really good game. Joe, ignoring those first 2 kills, who do you have your money on? Ignoring those first 2 kills.
Well, yeah, ignoring those first 2 kills. One going to Misfortune, one onto Cho'Gath. I think SK Telecom looking pretty good for this one, Jason. Totally ignoring the first kills, obviously, from that one. But we'll have to see about it. I mean, Reaper in this top lane against Kha'Zix. We'll see how that all works out for him. With Anguish in there, Kale in the jungle. We'll see how I'm So Fresh is going to go all about this one. Obviously, we did want to see that one early. They kind of trolled us with that one. Ended up going with Mundo in the end. But this bottom lane, Misfortune, actually one of the most played champions for you and me, and one of his most successful champions as well. Actually #1 according to our statistics for him. So we'll see how he does with this MF early on, especially with that kill coming over to him as well. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Kale is waiting here inside of that brush. However, does Reaper, yeah, he's got a point in his W, which means he's going to be able to run pretty quickly away to get out of any ganks. He has used his flash already in that little level 1 exchange, though, so we'll see how this one goes as Kale does start to come in. No chance to catch up with Evelyn, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so fresh. He's trying to take advantage of all the flashes actually blowing. Reaper obviously doesn't have his up. But, I mean, it's Evelyn. You can't really catch her. When she does get slowed, pops the W just like you're saying and gets away. And one thing that the analysis desk was talking about, they like to see the kill with the Katarina combo because the ultimate. And I was just thinking, having a Lulu on top of that in the bot lane, though, a lot of action happening. People getting low, but no kills going down, obviously.
But up at the top, Anguish here getting ganked by Horo and Reaper, and, well, won't end up going down for that one. Bottom lane very, very low there. Starlast taken down to just 1 bar of health remaining, which is not a lot for Zyra. About 150 health remaining after that little encounter. Meanwhile, in the top, Cho'Gath is waiting. See there on the minimap. I don't want to move away from this bottom lane just yet because things could happen if the Arcane Shift comes out from Creaton into the action, but he's fairly low himself, so don't really expect that to go down. There was a ward put in this brush here, which is going to stop Kale really getting in onto the action. However, Katarina is coming up here as well. Well, Reaper, as he said, with that W, fantastic movement speed bonus. It's really hard to lock down.
Yeah, he really is, and one thing that Millenium's trying to do, they're trying to shut him down because at least during the qualifiers, he did insanely well. He actually carried his team quite a bit with their combo. With Kale coming in for gank on Mightily, not going to be too successful. The Horo coming in from the side.
Oh, Wall of Pain does go down. Knockup going to come in here on towards Kale. He's silenced. He's only level 3 and he's going to die from this one. It's Horo actually with the red buff, I think, that just finished that one off there right towards the end of it. And another successful kill coming down. 3-0. That leaves them 1,300 gold up already. That is a big chunk, considering we're up at the 6,000-7,000 gold mark after 5 minutes of this game. There is a pink ward down by both teams in this low brush in the bottom lane. And it's Millenium who get the advantage with that one, taking down the SKT pink ward.
And with that kill Horo got, he actually renewed his red buff. Now I'm having problems talking. So that's going to make him even more lethal when he goes for ganks, because that rupture gives you slow, but if you have another slow on top of that, it's just insanely hard to get away from him. So you see him try to rupture just to check the bushes. And in the top lane, we have Reaper still very pushed up. During the qualifiers, they actually let his lane go. And then because of that, he was able to roam around a little bit. But this time, trying to actually compete head-to-head here. And if anyone knows how to counter him, it's probably Reaper and it's probably Soaz.
Yeah, and to be honest, Reaper doesn't need to let his tower go in this situation because he's going to bully Angush with his Q. And Angush there being forced to go home. 34 to 28 CSO. Evelyn actually a little behind on that one, but to be honest, Angush had more time in his lane. He went away from that level 1 fight earlier on. Reaper had to work his way back in afterwards, so he's going to catch up there pretty quickly. Misfortune has gone for those Berserker Greaves and Doran's Blade on the other side. Ezreal, double Doran's Blade. Katarina got that. Wow, I keep getting it mixed up today. I always want to say Vamp Scepter for some reason for the Revolver. But he's got that in early on into this lane, and we can see that Karthus going up towards that Catalyst into Rod of Ages. And yeah, Joe, I was just trying to think about bot lane, and Misfortune, as you're saying, went for Berserker Greaves, and with her passive, she has that great movement speed, but it's a Lulu, and I know how much you hate Lulus, Joe, and anyone that watches this cast together knows that. And see Reaper actually engaging on Angush here. Yeah, he's put the ulti down there, actually going to pop his W and the flash going in. Karthus is going to be able to mop this one up. That is the kill coming down, but can he escape from Kayle? There is the slow and the flash in from Kayle to finish this one off, helped out with the turret. And he was never going to get away from that one, but he's taken out Kha'Zix in this top lane. Actually, it was Karthus who obviously got the kill with his ultimate coming down, but nonetheless, kill is a kill. And that leaves us at a 1,500 goal difference there or thereabouts, still in favor of SK Telecom, as we are going to see Creatin here getting rooted up, but good damage back, forcing Misfortune to disengage from that fight. Yeah, very good damage on him, dropping down halfway, and both lanes obviously running for that very aggressive lane, which, I mean, typically the meta kind of shifted towards, and you don't really see too many stunners anymore. You never see Soraka, but they are pretty much dueling on there. I was trying to say Misfortune, you know, it's really hard to catch an Ezra who has Arcane Shift, and then Lulu glitter lances you, and it's basically a snare, as we always talk about. But as you see right there, I mean, Misfortune is one of the strongest AD carries pre-6, has the highest damage output, I believe. I think it's Corki is the only one that actually matches it, if I'm not mistaken. I probably am, but Misfortune, though, definitely one of the highest. And she's just trying to boss around Ezra, which CS doesn't really reflect it. She has that one kill, though, that one assist over him. And you really have to make it worth it as a Misfortune. We've seen red buff being taken away there by Horo. He's slightly ahead in the jungle, got his Heart of Gold in there. And also those boots and mobilities. We are going to see the knockup coming down here on towards Tabs, but I think Tabs is probably strong enough to fight him there, and actually will flash over the top of the wall. Doesn't want to be a part of that one. Gets himself instantly out of any danger. Bottom lane did start to come up to that. Karthus was coming down as well from the middle, so maybe, in the big picture of things, a wise move. I mean, he's still got Shunpo, after all, to stay safe in the lane. Yep, definitely. I mean, you see I'm So Fresh trying to go in for Gekko on this top lane, and Angush is actually starting to boss around Reaper, and with that Brutalizer, we do see him go in. Yeah. Looks like Kale's not going to commit to it, though, but he should. Wow. He's still sitting in that bush. Ulti put down there by Reaper. I wonder if Angush is going to try and bait him out from this one. We do see I'm So Fresh. He is level 6, so he does have the ultimate to save him if he needs to. We do see Horo coming in from the river, though. Yep. Horo is going to come in from the side, and they're going to try and turn this one around as Kayle heads off over towards Reaper. Let's have a look over towards Horo, who's actually going to come down to Kayle. They're going to do a bit of damage between them there, and you can see that Kayle does a lot of damage still coming from that jungle. Level 6 currently. As you said, that ultimate is going to be so vital, you know, at every point in this game. I mean, Karthus in the middle of a team fight, invulnerable. That's pretty sick to have, to keep him in the middle of it for that bit longer. Sorry. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, no, that doesn't make any sense since he's on the other side. Yeah. I was like, that's why you look to be funny. Katarina. I did mean Katarina, obviously. Everyone knew that. Start with K. Yeah, everyone knew that. And then, not to mention, they have the Lulu ultimate, so when Tabs is ulting, you can pop that on him, knock everyone up, giving them that extra time to use that ulti. And hopefully with the damage they have, because they have a really good lineup for damage, as you noticed with Kayle. They're not that tanky, but all they're trying to do is get those resets, like the analysis desk was saying before, getting Angush his leaps over and over again, getting Tabs up with all of his cooldowns, and they can really snowball a fight very quickly. And it's up to SKT to actually sustain long enough before that burst really becomes a problem. He's Reaper back into the lane with the Haunting guys. Yeah, both of them have their penetration item right now. Yeah. Let's see how that one all works out. Angush was doing a good job earlier on getting into that one. As Horo going to see I'm So Fresh inside of the jungle. He's got boost and mobility, so we'll escape pretty quickly from that one. And it looks like SK Telecom setting themselves up for the first dragon of the game. This Karthus is going to come around. I'm So Fresh is there, does have his smite available. Horror as well, and obviously is level 6 now, so does have that Nom available to finish off the job as well. Here we go, Knocker coming down onto Creaton. There was the ultimate. Actually, the ulti coming out there of Zyra didn't really do that much damage. And here comes Katarina from the side, ulti running. Can they get the reset? Not quite just yet as the knockup comes in. Heidal has flashed in there. Lulu being a boss here. One more auto attack. There we go. That will secure the kill for Heidal on Lulu. Obviously, former AD carry player, so certainly knows how to be aggressive, that's for sure. That will be Karthus ulti coming in now. Is he going to get the kill? No, not quite. A little bit too...
healthy.
Yeah, a little bit
Just a little bit too healthy.
Just a little bit.
And that's, I mean, that's a big ultimate being down for Mighty Lee because it applies so much pressure in your lane. You know.
Close.
You know when his ultimate's up, just like Shen. You have to be, really careful when you're aggressive. Oh, he's going to catch Cretan here, though.
He is going to get into Cretan. There goes the ultimate down. W popped, and he's going to go following in with this one. Has got the ignite down onto Cretan, but does he have the damage here from those hate spikes? Looks like he may just well. One more will finish it. There we go. Reaper picks up the kill, pops his W again, and runs away for cover. 5-2 and a 2,000 gold lead for SK Telecom.
And the kill spread, Joe, looking very good for SK Telecom. I mean, 1 kill, 3 assists on Evelyn, 2-0-1 for Horo on that jungle, 1-0-3 Karthus, a 1-1-1 Misfortune. I mean, that's ideal because you have everyone getting the damage they need and maybe even building the tanky items they need a little bit earlier. Like I was saying before, Millenium, if they get that 1 kill, they're just going to train all over you. We do have Horo. It looks like he's going to be going in or back in his jungle. Does have boots mobility, so he's extremely fast, and the Heart of Gold, which everyone probably misses right now. And English in that top lane, trying to take that turret. Might even be able to get it here if he does commit. Doesn't have a lot of mana. I don't think he actually has enough to leap. Oh, he does have enough to leap away if he needs to.
Yeah, just about enough to get himself out of that little situation. Well, in terms of CS, 75 to 65 in favor of Kha'Zix in the top lane. Middle lane, Katarina got the advantage by about 10. Bottom lane, 93 to 102 in favor of Ezreal, and he's got a nice wave pushed on his tower now to be taken down as well. And in the jungle, 45 to 52 Kayle with that advantage, but this Cho'Gath been a lot more present in the lanes, obviously with that boost mobility, can afford to do that as well.
Well, the Kayle, I mean, his ganks are really good in terms of he has a slow, he has a lot of damage, he has a nice range. I mean, Arne and I were talking last night about how he likes to run jungle Ezreal, and the damage you have, not to mention what the red buff is really devastating. But Kayle is really going to shine late game with that ultimate just alone on tabs. I mean, on anyone, to be honest, if they can keep that person alive.
Oh, the pink ward put down here by Heidal. Going to be taking out that ward that was put down just there by Zyra as well, and now Heidal does have the complete control of this bush in that bottom lane. Karthus is caught up on CS as well, also has that Rod of Ages finished and is going to be going home. How much gold does he have? 830 gold, so may upgrade his boots for this one. Yep, there we go. Sorcerer's Shoes picked up for him.
I mean, that Rod of Age is a perfect item on him. Might even need to build into an Abyss Scepter a little bit later just to deal with the damage that Tabs has. I mean, we saw in that last little skirmish, I see English trying to go on a Reaper, but that W is just so strong. You can't catch her. I mean, even if you do have a built-in slow, you know, if she uses it at the right time, she will get away.
Oh, here we go down in the bottom. Zyra ulti comes in. Karthus ulti is already going. Lulu ulti comes down. Actually, we have Katarina in here as well. Double kill for Katarina. Can he get any more here onto Horo? I'm not really sure. We'll have a look at the cooldowns. Still needs that one more. The slow coming in. Have they got enough health to die if they decide against it? What Millenium staying in this game in terms of the kills. There's still a good 2,000 gold behind though, which means this next dragon will be a valuable prize for them if they can pick that one up. They may even be able to have a turret away now on this bottom lane.
This is what we saw exactly earlier between Fnatic and SKT. We had Tabs. I mean, he had actually it wasn't Tabs. It was Xpeke at the time. He had that teleport. He came to the top lane, got a double kill because of it. Now we see Tabs getting a double kill at the bot lane, 2-0-1. And the real question is, can he snowball as hard as Xpeke did in that game? And it's a Katarina, so probably could. And it's Tabs, which Katarina is like one of his most played EP mids as well. Yeah, exactly. Very, very strong Katarina player. If anyone can do it, it's probably him in this situation. As we are going to see Karthus taking away his blue buff now. Going about it without the Defile here, just with those lay wastes. Take that down very quickly. And there we go. Blue buff over with Karthus. Kayle obviously just coming around to cover that middle lane. A little bit too late. They'd already lost that outer turret, which
incidentally, is the first turret of the game. And for a middle outer turret, that's a very valuable pickup this stage of the game with those dragons about to come up.
Oh, Taz in the bottom lane, knowing that pink ward is there, like you were mentioning earlier, Hado had complete control of it. He's just waiting for an opportunity. Zyra currently no flash. Taz obviously doesn't have his as well, but with his damage, with his abilities, he should be able to catch someone here, as they will bait it in.
Oh, they got the root down onto Haidar, but they're going to go in on towards Misfortune. Here we go, ulti flying out. There's the assist. A reset's coming in, and a double kill for Ezreal this time around. That leaves Tabs with 2. That leaves Creatine with 2. Kayle now in a little bit of trouble here in the middle. Doesn't have the ultimate ready, and that will be another kill coming down. Actually, he did use his ultimate. They just waited until it was finished there. I mean, it's pretty hard to get away from a Karthus Cho'Gath with that wall of pain, with the knockups and the silence and everything in there. On top of it, that leaves us at 8-6, still the gold lead for SK Telecom. Looks like this turret will come back now. That'll leave us at 1-1. And these minions finally finish it off. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, we do have Cretan in the bot lane. He has quite a bit of a big CS advantage in there currently. We do see Horo has an Oracle for himself. He's going to be clearing all these wards. Dragon should be coming up very shortly. And they really want to make a play on it, because if they do grab it, it's just going to lengthen that gold lead and make them that much more tanky. And they need some sort of response to Tabs right now, who's 2-0-3, gave those 2 kills over to Ezreal, which honestly isn't a bad idea if you can spread out the kills a little bit. But then again, I mean, you're Katarina. Doesn't matter if you get all of them. Dragon is up. Horo trying to go for a play here. We do have Misfortune and Zyra heading down there. We see Reaper and we see Miley heading down as well. So this should be actually, well, both teams heading down with all 5 members. So we could see a huge engage here.
Yeah, Dragon started off, Wall of Pain goes down, but Angus dives straight in on towards the Karthus. Here comes Tabs as well. They've managed to pick up 1 kill here, but here comes Creatine. Ultimate coming out from Misfortune as well. The Karthus ulti going to go down. Actually manages to pick up Katarina. Well, they're not going to be able to get away with Misfortune. That was another kill for Creatine. He's now 4-2-3. After that brilliant start from SK Telecom, it's 10-9. This Dragon's going to bring that gold right back towards even. And it's not looking all that brilliant for SK Telecoms right from the start, considering that start that they had, Jason, is my point here, that they may have been letting this one slip a little. Yeah,
it was a very dominating start, getting those 2 kills and giving them to the carries that you want to see it on. But such a great play to Millenium there. We saw the Katarina go in, ult as many targets as possible. We did see English overextend a little bit, but in the end it didn't really matter. Then we saw Cretan with the ultimate to follow up, just to get someone low enough just so they can get that reset. As we saw Tabs actually go after Reaper, who ends up falling to the Karthus ultimate anyways, but he is picking up an Abyssal Scepter, going for that penetration build, going to have that, I think it's 69 flat, which is just so devastating against a team who really hasn't built too much magic as this. Reaper's only 1 currently. He's going for an Abyssal himself here, so...
Yes, in this bottom lane there, we just saw Creatine picking up those kills. Also got a nice lead in the creep score as well, 142 to 113, which, considering Misfortunes are strongest in that early game, could come back to haunt SK Telecom in this one as well. Karthus in the middle lane does have a good 20 CS lead here. He's been chased down by Tabs, but he's got the tower still behind him.
And one thing, though, that SKT has in their favor is that Misfortune Zyra ultimate combo. You knock them up, and they all sit in that Misfortune ultimate, which is really devastating. They have a Karthus in there with Defile. You have Cho'Gath silencing anyone he can. And then you have the ultimate out of Reaper, which is just going to devastate the other team. So they really have a strong team fight capability, but it's all about executing.
Tabs coming in behind mightily there, but decides not really to go for it. There we go. He's going to Shumpo over. Here comes the ulti out as well. Karthus taking the route around. There's a flash from Katarina and shut down. That is the kill out of Tabs. Will Shumpo straight away onto I'm So Fresh. And that is level now with the kills. Still an 800 gold lead, though, for SK Telecom. They are holding out on that front. But for how long, you have to wonder.
Yeah, we could see Millenium making a push on this mid tower. As we have Reaper coming down from the tops. We do see English following as well. And they will try to go for it. They have a lot of range damage, having that Kayle jungle, which dodges a nice rupture there. And it will be enough to actually make them back away.
Yeah, but look at Tabs goes in there. Zyra ultimate not going to hit anyone. And here comes Angus from the side. Misfortune ultimate should hold them off for now. Well, for how long? They're going to have another wave of minions coming down.
Karthus coming back up, and he has ulti ready.
Yeah, that's it. They just need to get them low from this one. I mean, a good ultimate from Ezreal here could be enough to set up that kill for Karthus. We do see it come over the side. Minions not going to be enough here to allow them to get this turret, but they are chipping away with that Q coming out of Ezreal, who's now got that Trinity Force finished. Could really set up a kill here. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Angush going to be pushing through. That turret was low from early. In fact, just the minions will be able to do that one. As I'm So Fresh getting a little bit too far forward in the jungle. His teammates pinging him, saying, hey, what are you doing there? Get back. You don't need to be giving it away. And his silly kills at this stage. And we see that Reaper just about saved his turret. 28 health it's got.
As you do. It doesn't matter in the end anyways, as we'll see English eventually push it down, give them the turret lead. But items, Joe, we should probably go over that just a little bit. Evelyn picks up the Abyssal Scepter done now. We still have that Heart of Gold, build it into an Aegis on Cho'Gath. Karthus going into a zone is going to need that item just to stay alive, doesn't want to give any resets away. Misfortune, Bloodthirster going into a Phantom Dancer, and on the other side, English still has that Brutalizer. We see I'm So Fresh on KO going for a Gnasher's Tooth, which is well, I haven't seen that item in a long time, but it does work decently well with him. And we do see Katarina, like I was saying earlier, has that 69 penetration and the Revolver just for the extra lifesteal. Might even see the Hextech Gunblade come out eventually, and the Triforce, like you're saying, for Ezreal, allowing him to poke them down. Reaper getting pretty low in the top lane, but should be able to escape.
But his W. The story of Angush's life here is he is actually... Ooh, I thought he was going to go in there, had his ulti on. And with that turret solo, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see Angush just go in, but look at that burst damage coming down. Angush... What happened?
That's that penetration build.
Insane.
69 magic penetration out of Reaper.
Yeah.
Almost true damage to him. It's just, it's hard to compete against that unless you build straight magic resist, which he's not. He's going for those Merc Treads because he needs the damage to get tabs set up for the entire fight.
Ooh, Haro coming around the side here toward I'm So Fresh. Just doing the race at the side as Tabs now going to be chasing in on towards Reaper. Already uses Shumpo to get in there though. Oh, but Reaper going back in the brush. Is Tabs going to check it? No, he's not. Reaper's going to get away with this one. Right under Tabs' nose. That would have been a kill for sure if he'd have just checked into the bush with his resets back up. With his resets back up, with his cooldowns back up, I should more correctly say. But this middle turret, they actually pinged it earlier on. They pinged the lower inner turret and this outer middle turret as well. And that's what Millenium going to go for a couple of turrets now to really bring this gold back in their favour. Creighton not wanting to overextend here though, needs to be really careful with that knockup, with the grasping roots from Zyra. They've definitely taken an opportunity to take out the AD carry, even if they have to blow a couple of ultis on him.
Yeah, with that silence following up right behind that, can't even Arcane Shift away with the Nom out of Horo. They could easily burst him down, and that would be very devastating for him because he's a big part of their damage. I mean, English really doesn't do too much at the moment. He's 0 and 4, KO 1 and 3. Katarina is the only other person on the team that can really do damage, but he has to wait. He can't just go in. He can't lead the team.
There's Reaper stealing away the Wraiths as he goes. Adding that total. We're back to a 500 gold difference. SK Telecom with that 1 kill advantage, which was Angush being burst to death from Evelyn a little bit earlier on. Dragon is going to be up very shortly here within the next 20 seconds, so that's certainly going to be a hotly contested pickup. SK Telecom, though, forcing this middle lane out. They've got no outer turret there either, Millenium, so SK Telecom should have this Dragon in the bag.
Yeah, we do see English backing away too, so definitely signal that they should be able to do it. Though Horo not really in position to go for it.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, look at the gold difference. It's surprisingly not that much, as you do see Reaper going in on Cretan, does pop that W. However, forcing the flash out of him, which honestly is a huge summoner for him to be gone with.
But Dragon is available now for the take-in. SK Telecom starting to come in there. They know that Cretan's far from healthy, which may just play into them. Evelyn does have the ultimate available now, so if she gets into a position, I mean, Cretan's not going to survive Evelyn. We saw how amazingly well that damage came down onto Angush earlier on. So certainly if they catch Ezreal out, he's going to go down very, very quickly as Reaper going in there, again gets ignited up, and Angush just using that more defensively than anything else, trying to get Reaper to stop chasing him down. As we are going to see Angush diving in there somewhat. SK going to go for the fight, Tabs is in the middle, Zyra ulti is going to knock them all up. And well, it's Katarina who's still picking up the kills, but Millenium losing men left and right. Here comes Mightily onto Cretan. Can he pick up that kill? No, but he does have the ultimate available. Will he get the kill? Yes, he will. It's a triple kill with the ultimate of Karthus, and now Tabs is going for more. Getting silence, that's going to stop him taking down you and me. Great play from Horo, and that is an ace.
That was really unfortunate, though. Millenium should have had that, and there was a bug that happened. Tabs got knocked so high into the air, he couldn't move himself. And he was out of the fight for a good 5 to 7 seconds there, so he couldn't really, get the resets going. But SKT taking advantage of that, only losing 1, picking up an ace, and then should be able to pick up this turret quite easy. Might even, no, I'm going to back out instead and actually go for Dragon. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed it, but it got knocked so high that it bugged. And it's unfortunate.
Well, I'm sure SK Telecom aren't too bothered about
I would
that.
think so.
Don't think they're going to be too annoyed. So Evelyn building up here. I got that Abyssal Scepter in there. Haunting Guy's already done.
Almost GA as well.
Almost GA finished as well, yeah. And what else do we have? Aegis on Cho'Gath finished. Also got a chain vest in there with that Heart of Gold and the Boots of Mobility. Karthus, needlessly large rod on top of the rod of Aegis and the Zhonyas. And then the AD carry Misfortune, Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer combo. Got an Elixir in there as well for that extra boost. On the other side, Trinity Force obviously done earlier on for Ezreal. Katarina at full pen build with the Abyssal Scepter and the Haunting Guys as well. Those Soak Shoes and also the Revolver. And then the Nash's Tooth finished already for Kayle. The question is, how is this dragon going to go down? We saw a big fight there last time, and it looks like Millenium don't want to play for it this time. It looks like they're just going to give that one away for probably fear of being aced again.
Yeah, if they got aced the game. I mean, I've been saying this all day, but you cannot lose 2 aces in a row like that. Unless for like last game where the throws kept happening left and right and both teams kept catching. Yeah, no point for them to do that. I mean, CLG kind of coined the term. There's no point in going for Dragon if you're going to lose a team fight. It just sets you too far behind. We do have that bot turret going down, so now 3 turrets currently for SKT and the 2 for Millenium here. We do have a jungle fight, looks like it's going to break out.
Oh, blue buff being taken away there. Let's see if Evelyn can escape from this one. Actually will use the ultimate defensively, and it looks like she's managed to get away with that one. Meanwhile, Horo being focused down here. Zyra ulti actually going to knock Katarina into the air, but they decide not to push any further from that one. Horo is actually really, really low from this. Millenium still hanging around the side. They just need to be careful that they don't go too low with that Karthus ultimate. About to come off the cooldown as well. Here we go, then moving in on towards Misfortune. Can they get in there for the finisher? There's the Ezreal ulti, and that means Katarina gets a free reset. They don't push any further. It's a double kill coming out for Creaton, and that is back to 3-3 on the turrets. Well, obviously, after that ace, after the dragon being taken out as well, it's 42 to 38,000 gold, which is still actually really close for a 27-minute game.
Yeah, very true. And we do have the GA actually done for Evelyn right now. Actually going to get caught mightily.
Oh.
Not going to survive this.
No, definitely not. Tab's actually having the ulti in, as we are going to see Karthus ulti down, and Reaper now is going to try and mop up. There's his W pops. It's only going to be a hate spike to finish that one off. The rest of the team did manage to get away from that unharmed. Well, that will be a 2 for 2. I mean, Misfortune was caught a little bit earlier than that, but still, Karthus going down, never a good thing, but he's 8-3-8 now. Pretty much all from his ultimate. Karthus, press R for victory.
So I have Katarina's Karthus. Yeah, but SK Telecom, they have a lot of major items completed. They have the Warden's Mail done for Cho'Gath, and they have, like I said earlier, the GA on Evelyn. They should be trying to force an objective here, force Millenium to not really get much more farm, but we do have Baron being started here. Pink Ward down as well, so they won't actually, well, Millenium won't be able to spot it, though they are in hot pursuit. They know something's up. But will they be there in time? That is the real question.
Well, Millenium coming down. You can see Baron in the bottom left, down to less than half HP. Can Angush get in there for the steal? No, they can't get the steal. They're going to get rooted. 2 of them going to go down here possibly. Yep, there we go. Misfortune ulti will pick off the second one. Kha'Zix. Actually, Ezreal already did die from Misfortune earlier on. And that will be SK Telecom picking up Baron, picking up 2 kills. And they're probably going to try and drive home that advantage right now and take down an inhibitor.
Yeah, that gold we were talking about earlier, Joe, is completely, how close it was is completely different now. It's like a 6.7 thousand gold lead. SKT have the advantage right now. And like you're saying, they're trying to make use of it, and they're doing it very smartly. I mean, they're just poking a little bit here. They know that they have Cretan down, they have Angush down, and all I have to really worry about is Tabs. As you see, you and me, I mean, just poking the turret, might even take a couple of hits here and there, but I mean, the turret almost on a half health, dropped about a 4th life just in that one little wave. And we do have Reaper in the top, we're going to be pushing those towers down and give him even a little bit extra gold.
Yeah, you're not going to stop Reaper taking that one, and he may have the inner one as well. Looks like Angush may try and go up there to cover that one. SK Telecom here hanging back. Millenium trying to force him away. Reaper is actually going to join in the fight. There is the Wall of Pain. Decide not to push directly after that, but there's the root coming down onto I'm So Fresh. The Nom just too fast to get his ultimate on himself even. And that is the inhibitor turret gonna go down here in favor of SK Telecom. And Horo's not finished. He's trudging his way through the base, trying to get in onto one more. The inhibitor is gonna die. Angush comes in to try and force him away, but job done from SK Telecom there. Taking the kill, taking the inhibitor as well. And are they gonna go back here for
look
more
how much
turrets?
gold they're sitting on.
Yeah. That's a lot of gold.
Has a lot of new shiny items, but they are going to steal this blue buff away at least and keep it off of Amsa Fresh or even Cretan just to give him that extra, cooldown reduction. We do have English though. I thought he was going to go for the steal there as he does put a ward over that wall, but getting grass being rooted by Star. And they will just back out and buy. And I mean, now they have that middle inhibitor down, they can just split push all day long and let Millenium make the mistake.
SK Telecom just going to be finishing off in their side of the jungle. There's Last Whisper done for Misfortune. Got a Negatron cloak in there as well, so good chunk of magic resist that's going to bring. I'm interested to see what the rest of them end up buying here. Cho'Gath working his way up towards that Frozen Heart.
No, Randuin's.
No, Randuin, sorry, yeah, with the Warden's Veil, obviously.
Yeah. That's gonna be really crucial because Tabs is so fast with his W, and then you have the Lulu slow around him if they use the ulti on him. But with that Randuin's, they're gonna keep him there, gonna keep him from getting that free mobility that he wants. I mean, we even have the Shurelias on Lulu at the moment, but still, that is gonna do a lot of work. Really, just stop the mobility that Millenium has right now because you have the leap, you have the Shunpo, you even have the ultimate from So Fresh to get in there, even the slow. And I mean, SK Telecom, they're looking so strong right now. It's their game to throw.
You can see that top lane is going to be pushing through, so Evelyn just wants to force that one back. Millenium not going to be able to catch them out though. Dragon coming up in around about half a minute's time. And slowing down a bit here. I mean, SK Telecom managed to get that Baron in pretty sneakily that they took it as well. Got a couple of kills from it, picking up then the inhibitor afterwards. So they're probably feeling like their job's almost half done now with this Baron.
Yeah, they are making a 5-man push on this top lane. And they can easily dive Millenium under turret, but though they have to be very careful.
Oh, the root not quite connecting. Wall of Pain will land though. Heidal going very low, forced to flash away actually, and I'm So Fresh may get caught out, does manage to dodge the rupture, but is he going to go down? Uses the ultimate on himself. Here is the ulti out of Zyra. Misfortune ultimate came in, and So Fresh finally dies, and now Heidal may be in trouble. He's going to get finished off. Double kill for Erin. Look at Reaper running through here with his W on. He's not finished whatsoever. Triple kill for Evelyn. Here is Katarina though, but the knockup's just far too strong. Tabs with his Guardian Angel is going to come back up and go down just as quick as it happened. This is surely game. 27 seconds until Kayle and Lulu come up. They've got the entire team outside of Reaper here pushing down onto these Nexus turrets. First one going to be finished off. Zonya's popped by Karthus as you do in the middle of the base there. This Nexus is going to be finished off as well. And SK Telecom going to take down Millenium. They will go through into the playoffs on Sunday to those semi-finals with Fnatic here from Group A. And you can see happiness.
Sigh of relief.
Yeah, more of a sigh of relief, I think, than anything else from the SK Telecom side of things. But they've knocked Millenium out of the tournament. Great game, though. Really was close, up and towards that ace kind of time. But a really good performance across the board. Reaper again showing why probably should end up banning Evelyn out 8-3-12. Katarina was the real hope in that one for Millenium. But by the end of it, they learned to chain those knockups and stuns onto her, and she couldn't really play that much of a role.
And they really shut him down early on. Yeah, you got the double kill at bot lane with the teleport, but by forcing these team fights, not allowing him to go to lane or into different lanes, teleport in there, pick up a kill or two, they just shut him down from that. I mean, he finished 5-4-9, not a bad score, as Cretan finishing 7-5-4, but it wasn't enough. That GA just came a little bit too late as SKT finished up the crucial items they really needed. We even saw Zonya's on Reaper at the last second.
And we saw Karthus as well. I mean, 8-3-13 that he ends there.
And win.
Press R, get loads of kills in there. I mean, that triple kill that he got around the halfway through the game really kind of set him ahead. Reaper in the top lane doing a fantastic job at 8-3-12. Horror on Cho'Gath, 2-1-15. Zyra, 1-4-12, but some important ultimates hit in there, especially that one where they ended up knocking Katarina right out of the fight at the start with the double knock-up. And Misfortune with you and me, not the best game from his side of things, but I'm sure he'll be happy with the outcome anyway. 7-5-9, they win the game. They're going to go on with Fnatic to the semi-finals. I can see that Mousesports here behind us are actually still playing, so their game against Fnatic isn't finished yet, but it doesn't actually matter in the end of the day, because Fnatic will go through as first whatever happens in that Mousesports Fnatic game, because then it would be 2-1-2-1, and then only the games between the two tied teams, which in this case would be Fnatic and SK Telecom will be counted. Fnatic won that one, so they'll be first whatever happens against Mouse Sports. But either way, that's it actually for us today. We're done. Gonna have a good sleep and get ourselves ready to